Hello. Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday and it is time for Kids Talk Tuesdays. We are live on Facebook. At least it appears that I am live. I will know very shortly. However, while we're still trying to get our connection together and making sure that I am live. I haven't got the confirmation yet, but I'm going to trust that I am. And I'm also going to ask and trust that you will share this video. Please invite your friends, family, loved ones. Go ahead and share. You can even host a watch party if you like, using the little popcorn icon, purple, somewhere down. I don't know what it looks like on your screen. I am on the computer, so it's different on the phone. But however, most people know how to host a watch party. It says watch party. I'm trying to see where. Anyhow, I'm showing that I am live. So yay, it worked. It's 6 o'clock. We are excited about tonight's show. As always, it is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those that are watching, we appreciate you. I'm going to give you a few moments to actually share the video and to let us know where you are watching from. I would like to share too. So give me a moment while I do that. Let's see. It says I am live. Yeah, right under it says watch together with friends or with the group, a watch party. So I can actually start a watch party myself. What? I never did that before. Um, yeah, I think it's working. Let me also share with a few groups while I have this up. Let's see, who can we share with on tonight? We're going to share with that. I always forget what groups. I need to write a list. That's what I'm going to do. Create me a spreadsheet um, of all the groups that will not allow you to go live so that way I don't want to violate anybody's rules. I'm just going to go for it though. And then I'm going to make me a list so I don't have to keep having this problem every time I go live. I'm trying to think like this. Is that against the rule? So thank you for bearing with me and thank you for sharing. I know it's 6:02 and we're going to bring our guest in from the waiting room in just a few moments, but I want to make sure that we are sharing this and having as many viewers as possible because I just know that she has an awesome message, a great story. She is doing great work and I just feel like everybody needs to tune in. So give me a moment while I put a few more groups on here. That would make sense. Okay, I think we're probably good. No, it's a couple more. I have a lot of groups, y'all, that I'm a part of, and I love it. Shout out to the groups because they are helping us in this time of COVID, like resources, ideas, building a network. It's just really a beautiful thing. I had never even really explored, other than a few groups that I was familiar with that maybe friends were in. But now, even people that I don't know, I've been joining a lot of these groups, and the wealth of information is just great. I'm grateful for it. And I'm also grateful for you. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Thank you again for tuning in. This is Kids Talk Tuesdays. I am your host, Myneesha King. It is always a pleasure and an honor to be before you. I'm excited about tonight's show. Kids Talk Tuesdays is brought to you by the King's Press LLC, where I serve as the Director of Marketing and Promotions. And so I had this idea that I was promoting my children's books and my son's books and my husband's books, and I just started noticing that there were so many young authors, kid authors out here, and kid entrepreneurs just busy, getting work done. And I thought, how great would it be to promote their work and give them a voice, a platform to share and inspire other kids like themselves, virtually. So here we are. It is October the 20th. We have been going strong since the end of July. We have had amazing talent, amazing kid authors and entrepreneurs every week. And we're always blown away. We're always grateful for the families entrusting us with even having them on every week. And we're always grateful for our audience. We really appreciate those that continue to support us, whether it's leaving comments, sharing the videos, posting to your pages, using word of mouth, sending emails, text messages, whatever it is that you are doing. We appreciate it. We don't want you to think that it goes unnoticed. It is really valuable to us. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, in addition to Kids Talk Tuesdays every Tuesday at 6 p.m., we also host a read along with children's book author Myneesha King. That's me on Saturdays. So that's for the younger children, grades K through 5. So if you have young children, we want to see them there on Saturdays. But tonight is all about our special guest, Miss Melody Grace Evans. She is in the waiting room and ready to share her story and let you know all about the work in her book and what she has been doing lately. So let's go ahead and bring her in. Thank you, Melody, for waiting patiently. And we are live. Yay! I'm so excited that it worked again tonight. Never know when it's not. Hi, Melody.
Hello.
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I love your smile. Very pretty.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for being with me tonight. Are you excited?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. I love it. So, what I would like you to do first is introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, my name is Melody Grace Evans. I am 13 years old and I'm the oldest of three girls. And my favorite things to do in my free time are to draw, sing, write, and dance.
Draw, sing, write, and dance. So you're pretty talented.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot of art. I love art. I'm an artist myself, and I think artists are the most empathetic, creative, special people on this planet Earth. So we are not among strangers. We're familiar. I appreciate those things that you're interested in. And thank you for that lovely introduction. So you have two younger sisters.
Yes, ma'am.
You are paving the way for them. How's that feel?
Um, it's exciting to know that they're gonna want to be like me and that I'll have my own little fans since day one.
Oh,
But it's stressful because they're both just younger than me,
uh-huh.
and a lot of the stuff that I understand they don't understand. And I wouldn't say it's hard to talk to them, but I could talk to them, but they just wouldn't understand and lose interest.
Okay, got you. So let's talk about, you didn't say that you were an author.
um
So you are the author of, what's the title of your book?
a pink heart for girls.
A Pink Heart for Girls. I love
Sure.
it. And excuse me, what exactly is your book about? Tell our audience.
um the book is a collection of short stories that I wrote about different characters. And they all have different obstacles that they have to get over, and they all have different living situations, different ethnicities and stuff like that. But what's really cool is it's like one book, but it's not, because they're all friends, and then you'll see see like different characters in each other's stories, and then they have one big story all together at the end. And
Ooh.
yeah, but basically, it's one book, but it's not. It's a collection of different stories that is kind of molded into one book.
Okay, got it. And from my understanding, your book, what are you promoting in your book? What was the inspiration and motivation behind your book?
When I first started working on the book, I didn't see it as a whole book. I drew a character one day, and then along with the character came a backstory and whole life situation. And then I told my mother about it, and and I told her about her story. And my mother thought I should make a couple more characters, so I did. And over the years, I've changed the way they looked a lot, and I've changed their stories a lot, but now they're all complete and done.
Okay, awesome. So a pink heart. Give us more.
Mhm.
What is the idea and the thought behind a pink heart?
The idea behind it is for girls to find a story that they can relate to, and hopefully the story will help them through whatever they're going through and can guide them in the right direction.
Awesome. So you're taking leadership. From my understanding, when I first spoke with your mom, she was explaining to me that there's young girls, of course, we know preteen, teenage, that struggle and of course have all kind of obstacles, and socially there's always things going on, and you took it upon yourself to encourage them to be bold and to be confident, through these stories that you've created, inspiring young ladies, to be individuals and to also, in a sense, not succumb to the pressure, the social pressure. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And I love it. I love that you
Thank you.
are, yes, I love that you're taking that baton, and especially with you having young sisters yourself, and just being so motivational, in their lives, and then saying, okay, I have this ability, I have this gift, I have this message, I have this story. I'm not just going to keep it to ourselves, meaning you and your sisters, but we're also going to go out and we're going to share it with other young ladies that may share in the same struggle, in hopes that things will be better for them. I love that.
Thank you.
Yes, it's so wonderful. It's so selfless, and it's important because as a middle school teacher, I taught middle school and I taught high school. And when I just see the battles that, of course, young ladies have to deal with, I mean, that's not to excuse the things that young men have to deal with, but this it's a different battle. But just in speaking about what you're writing about, knowing and watching these young ladies that just feel, there's so much despair and there was so much competition and anxiety. And I hadn't seen that before when I was a young girl. I did not see so many youth that were thinking about suicide and that were in these dark places. I didn't understand. Life just seemed so hard. And so when I hear a story of a young lady that is sharing hope, um, it is just so encouraging and so refreshing.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So talk about, you just recently had an event where you were a speaker, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that.
It was very nerve-wracking because it was my first speaking engagement, but I had to say I had fun, and I loved talking to everyone. And it was cool to actually talk at a conference with other heavy hitters in the industry.
Yeah, that's really big.
Yes.
You're getting your name out there right now, and to be associated with them, that is really good and going to do a lot. And I hope you make contact to stay in touch with them.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So I know that can be a little bit frightening as well, with it being your first one. So now you got it out the way, and now you're about to be a pro, right?
Yes.
You
So
seem really comfortable right now. You seem really relaxed, very confident, poised, just really gentle. So I'm pretty sure I'm confident that you're going to be speaking a lot more and doing a lot of awesome things in your
thank you.
community. Yes, and nationwide, worldwide, even. You keep going.
Thank you. I will. I'll try. I will.
You will. You definitely will. So when did you write your book, A Pink Heart?
I finished about, well, I started 2 years ago, but I finished about 9 months ago. Nine
Okay.
months.
Okay. So let's talk about that writing process because there was some time there. So there was a gap. What do you think your writing process? Would you say it was hard? It was scary or fun?
It was scary and fun because um I had to come up with all these stories for different people, and I had to balance schoolwork with that. And like it was a weird, it was, I would say it's weird as well, because when I was in the middle of schoolwork, I like random story, like really good story ideas would come to my head, and I'd be like, okay, I have to remember that, and then when it's time to write, I completely forgot it, and it would just, and that those moments would be so frustrating. But I would say it was fun because I did get it done, and it was a very good experience to go through what an actual author goes through with drawing inspiration from different things, and what's it called, having stuff to go off of, and yeah, so I felt like a real author or like a real director, and I
Sure.
experienced what they had. I experienced what they went, like the emotions they went through to get to where they want to be.
It's tough work, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and then like you said, when you have some inspiration and some ideas and it totally goes away by the time you can write it down. Um, do you try now to keep maybe like a recorder or something with you so you can kind of just put it out there real fast?
It's a little notebook, since I like handwriting better.
Okay.
I have a little notebook, and I jot the ideas down like in short sentences if I don't have all the time to write it out in detail. And
Hmm.
then as soon as I read that, like everything will come flooding back. So
Yeah.
that helped me a lot. That helped me a
Well,
lot.
great. I'm glad you were able to solve that issue. Excuse me. I'm looking at a comment. Miss Jones on Facebook says, "Congratulations, Melody. Wishing you the best in all your endeavors. Excellent interview."
Thank you. That means so much to me. Thank you.
And also, we have someone that says, Stacy Ebanks Baker says, "Congratulations, Melody. Such a proud moment. My family is amazing." So that's your family member.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. So, um, thank you so much again for sharing your process and how you went about and how you got over that obstacle of just losing some of the things that you wanted to write about and wanted to say. I want to hear from you and let your audience hear what would be your favorite topic or one of your favorite stories in A Pink Heart.
Um, I would say my favorite story would have to be Candace Storm. Um, a little bit of background on her. She's a so when she was 5, she went to her first football game with her father, and then a little bit after that he passed away. And she wanted to play football to like keep his memory alive in their household and stuff like that. And when she tries out for the high school team, people like ridicule her and say a girl shouldn't play football and stuff like that. And the way I wrote her made her seem like she's a powerful person to me, and I think she would help girls understand that they can do whatever they put their mind to, as long as they believe in themselves and believe that they can do what anyone else can do. And I feel like a lot of girls could relate to her.
Awesome. So Candace Storm.
Yes, ma'am.
Why that name?
Um, Candace, I really don't know. Her name was originally Candy, and
Okay.
then I changed it to Candace. And then Storm means like, you know how a storm can come out of nowhere and can be aggressive and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I gave her that last name because she just came up out the blue and did what she needed to do.
Awesome. I love it. I love the imagery. Also, um, how you tied in, a storm to her personality and her character. That is
Thank you.
brilliant. I love it. You're welcome. So you talked to us a little bit about what a pink heart is about.
Hmm.
You've even given us your favorite story in your book. We know some about your writing process. Um, how about what is your favorite highlight just as far as being a kid author?
Um, I would say it it makes me very proud of myself. Like I'm extremely proud of myself. And my what's my favorite thing about being a kid author?
Take it.
There's a lot of things about it. The fact that I can show my friends that their ideas can they can voice their ideas
Mhm.
and they don't have to be afraid of what their other friends would think. And the fact that I could show kids my age that they can do whatever they want to as long as they put their mind to it and have belief.
Yeah, that's powerful. Um, Yep, given someone using their voice and understanding that they have a voice, and I'm glad that you do, it goes a long way. Like you can make such a big difference, not just in your own home, but in your school, in your community, um, in the world, period. So it's just important to value your voice. And once you find it, it's such a beautiful thing. I'm sure your family is so proud of you as well, just as you're proud of yourself.
Maybe a little more proud.
Yeah, yeah, that's an awesome thing. I really appreciate what you're doing and how you're using your voice to impact and support and help other young ladies. We need all the support we can get. You kind of remind me so much of how I was as a young girl. Like I'm real big on women's ministry and I just love, like I remember one time doing for my church, like an event called the Silver Ring thing. Are you familiar with that?
No, ma'am.
So the Silver Ring thing is a program for young ladies encouraging abstinence. And that was something that was near and dear to my heart. And so I just met so many precious young ladies and teaching them of how to value who they are, how to not allow people to put labels on them, how to make change, or affect change around them and to use their voice. And so I'm listening to your story and I'm just listening to you speak, and it just reminds me so much of those times. And so I really appreciate just this time that we're even having now.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, so we got to hear what you really like about being a kid author. Is there anything that you don't particularly like?
Um, I would say I'm very well, I wouldn't say afraid, but anxious when it comes to the fame because I wouldn't like I like to go out and I don't want to if I go out I will be bombarded with paparazzi and stuff like that. So I know that's the future, but
Mhm.
that's the main thing I'm scared about. But
Okay.
other than that everything is fun and it's so cool. It's cool.
It is cool. I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad it's not so much pressure because it could be that you like to write and you like to share your story, but there's a lot of pressure that comes along with maybe being a part of events or book signings and things like that. Have you done a book signing yet?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay.
I hope to soon.
Yes, for sure. She said, OMG, you are Candace Storm. Love it. And then someone, Jakari Tucker told you that he writes his stuff on OneNote. So he wanted you to know that.
Thank you.
Yes. So you told us what you like and what you kind of might be a little bit fearful of when the time comes. Why don't you take a moment, Melody, and share a word of encouragement with young children like yourself, those that may have a dream, those that may want to put something forward, they have goals, but they don't necessarily know where to start. What's something you could share with them?
I would always say talk to your parents before anything, because there's some friends that won't encourage you to do it. There's some friends that would tell you it's weird. But talk to your parents, because I know for a fact they will have an honest opinion. And I just encourage kids to like just push it out there. And always try to have like a positive outlook on it,
Mm.
and never think of it as weird or anything, or how would my friends feel about this, because in this situation your friends don't matter as much. You have to focus on what you really like.
That is an awesome point. I really think that you shared some good stuff right there, and I hope that people take that to heart, and see the value in it because you are so right. And what's funny is I always like to tell young people, these people that you call friends and that you're close to now and you want to impress and you
Hmm.
value what they say and what they think, once you get out of like high school, you won't even see these people anymore. I mean, now we have social media where you can connect, with old friends and things like that. But the
Hmm.
reality of you guys still being close, it's like, so don't let those people, like you said, keep you from doing something or make you feel that you're weird or it's weird. They really don't matter. I love that you have that concept now.
Thank you.
So your parents are doing a great job.
Hmm.
Yes,
Yes, they
I,
are.
it's a pleasure to see it and hear it. What's your favorite thing to do in school? What do you like about school?
My favorite thing about school besides lunch is math. I love math.
Awesome. Math is pretty cool, especially when you understand it.
Yes, ma'am.
So, thank you for sharing that. Let me ask you this, Melody, if people are watching and even if they're watching the replay, and they want to get in touch with you, maybe they love the idea of your book, A Pink Heart, maybe they want to invite you to speak or even purchase your books, how would they get in touch with you?
You can reach me on Instagram at a pink heart for girls. And if you want a signed copy of my book, you can go to my website, a pinkheartforgirls.com, and order your signed copy.
Love it. I love it. So we'll also make sure that those are in the comments, so in case um that's an easy way for them to retrieve it. Um, I follow you, I know, on Instagram. And did you say you don't have a page on Facebook, correct?
No, ma'am,
Okay,
not yet.
awesome. So on Instagram, I love the videos and all the great posts that you're putting out with your beautiful smile. So, yes, please follow Melody. Please support her in any way that you can. Purchase her books. If you would like her to come and speak to your young girls, a girls group, or even in your school or something, what area are you in?
Um, I am in I'm in northeastern New Jersey. New Jersey. Georgia.
You're like
Billerica.
putting yourself somewhere way out there in Georgia. So if somebody in Georgia might just have an event coming up soon and would love for you to come out, especially after taking a look at what you've done on your Instagram. So go ahead, check Melody out, support this young lady, encourage her as much as you possibly can. She is doing great work, and I know we're going to continue to hear great things about you.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, my last and final question. I always like to ask, well, no, it's not final yet, because guess what? I like to find out what are some of the things that excite you. I was getting ready to skip that. We can't do that. We heard about you as a young author. We know more about your writing process and your book. Now we get to know more about the young lady. So, what are some of the things? I'm going to give you some categories, and you just tell us what your favorite is. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. I love blue. It's so
Mm.
beautiful. Any particular shade?
Baby blue. Baby blue.
Baby blue.
Baby.
Awesome. What do you have a favorite book other than your own?
Um, The BFG by Roald Dahl. That's my favorite book.
Okay. Awesome. How about favorite hobby?
Um, Dancing. I would say dancing.
Dancing. What kind of dance do you do?
Um, Whatever comes to my mind. It's not a particular dance group. I just dance to whatever song is playing or however I feel I should dance to that song.
Are you a TikToker?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. All right. Who's your favorite person to spend time with?
I would say my mother.
Oh, so sweet, mommy's girl. Um, let's say, do you have a favorite singer?
India Arie.
Mindy, special or favorite food?
Calzones. I love calzones.
All right, cool. So that concludes the favorites, and I want to make sure we do this. So before we close out, there may be something that you would have liked me to ask, or something you would like your audience to know about you. Now is the time for you to share anything that will be on your heart, or any comments.
Um, I just want to thank everybody for everything and all the support you've given me. And I would also like to read you the acknowledgments if that's okay.
Yes, sure.
Um, I acknowledge the girls who want to be empowered to show true confidence. I acknowledge the girls who have been told they're not pretty enough, cool enough, or just not enough. I acknowledge the girls who come from broken homes, foster homes, or who have may lost a parent. I acknowledge the girls who think they are too different to be liked or accepted culturally, racially, or otherwise. I acknowledge the girls whose hearts have been broken or dreams crushed by those simply not equipped to nurture and protect you the way you should be. May you find a safe place in the heart and home of an angel in disguise. I acknowledge you, I see you, I am you.
Oh, I love it. That was
Thank
so beautiful. You're welcome. I'm glad you read your acknowledgments. Thank you so much. I want to read your book.
you.
That was awesome. So, thank you again. I really am proud of you.
Thank
Keep
you.
going. You're welcome. I know that you will. There are great things in store for you. Just continue to spread your voice, share your voice, share your story, and just be you, like unapologetically, vividly you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. All right. You have a good evening. You're welcome. Thanks again for being with me. Thanks to your family for sharing you. We appreciate it. Have a good night.
Good night. Bye bye.
Bye. All righty. Awesome. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I just love her. Um, she is one of those young ladies that I know that if I had her in my classroom, I would just be like love and adore her. I love her spirit. I love the message that, and what she stands for. You know, it's so often that we pick up, look on our phones, on our screens, or in the news, anywhere, any media, you see these, these bad images and these negative images of these young ladies, and improperly dressed, and just seems like they're on a path of destruction. But when you get an opportunity, and you know that that's not exactly the picture, of our young ladies. But however, that's what's typically painted, that's what we get to see, unfortunately. And so I'm just thankful for the opportunity for you guys as well to see this young lady that is positive, that, you could tell there's so much hope in her, so much inspiration and power, just in her small little reserved self. So I thank you guys once again for tuning in. Um, we want to continue to support her, get behind her in any way that we can. Please purchase her book. And share it with a young lady that may benefit from it, someone that needs it. We have to do that more. We have to take the initiative to pour into these young girls and these young boys and let them know that we see them. Just like she said, I see you, I am you. We need to remember what it was like to be a young lady. Fellas, remember what it was like to be a young man, and take somebody under the wing, mentor these young people, because they need us, and we're all they got. So thank you so much. I would love to hear testimonials, love to get some feedback from you, our viewers, and what you thought about the interview, and how you plan to support Melody Grace. Um, and I just, as always, as I close out, I just want to continue to encourage you to be a light and be a love in the lives of others. So thank you again for tuning in. If you want to follow us, the King's Press, we are on Facebook and Instagram as the King's Press LLC. We are, my personal page is Myneesha King. And if you want to take a look at anything that we have going on, any services that we provide, we are a publishing company, a family-owned publishing company. You can go to our website, which is kingspresspublishing.com. Again, that is kingspresspublishing.com. We are here. We are advocates for youth. We are advocates for the community. We are advocates for writers. So get in touch with us. We'd love to work with you. Again, I would love to see you on Saturday. If you have young children, grades K through 5, we're working with reading development, teaching them how to make inferences, what it is to build their vocabulary, to learn about cause and effect, character development. It is free. You can replay it at any time. If you just need a break, parents, and you want your children to get some story time, pop on a read along with children's author Myneesha King and chill out. Thank you so much again. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.